if you met a guy and he was the guy, etc., what would you do to ensure that second date, ladies? So assuming the first date went well and he checked all your boxes off, etc., what would you ensure to get that second date? Start here.
I mean, there's really no way of ensuring it. I'm not going to be the one to ask you, but I might initiate it saying, would you like to go do something on Wednesday, right? Or like set an actual day, time.
Well, outside of you actually asking him, what would you do from your actions and your behaviors to ensure?
Act as myself. I'm not going to portray myself to be something that I'm not. And either you like me or you don't. That's it. So I'm not going to fake myself just to get a second date with you, and then later on I'm going to...
So essentially you would do nothing. You would do nothing to get a second date.
She's the number one pole dancer in Vegas. I think that's enough. Should that not be enough?
Top 15.
Yes, that should seal the deal for the second date for sure.
Yeah, could you imagine if you were doing it, we just told guys, just act yourself, man.
Just
act yourself.
What should you do to keep the girl? Nothing. Do nothing.
Act yourself, man.
She should just know.
I really do. I really would just act myself. And if you don't like me, then that's okay.
Okay.
There's plenty of other men who will come and probably ask me on a second date who are just as handsome.
There you go. Dude, that is so important. I think guys need to understand that, like, girls don't feel the need to impress you or go super hard because there's so many other guys that will be there right behind you. So, yeah. Okay.
Well, and they're constantly reminded.
Well, until they get a bit older, like right over here.
Yeah.
Did you want to go?
Okay.
Yeah, so
I would probably do...
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta go, but nice to meet you guys. Thank you for the invite.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dropping like flies.
Just so the girls know, if you leave early, we're taking your name off the thing. FYI. Like, we don't play that shit, but it's fine. Go ahead. You made your decision. It's fine. But we move different here at Fresh and Fit, man. Cool. Okay.
I would probably do something maybe uncharacteristic of myself if I knew that it was something that would, like, impress him or something that he would. So, for instance, I've been so, like, fucked over by religion. I'm kind of done with religion at this point. But if I knew he was religious, I would probably be open to hearing about his religion, maybe even, like, if I wanted to be his wife, maybe even joining or going with him to church. Like, something that would probably be very uncharacteristic, for, like, against maybe
you would acquiesce to him.
Yes.
All right. What about you? What would you do?
That's very smart.
To ensure a second date.
So to ensure my second date?
Yeah.
So I usually know when I'm on my... do I need to go in the name? Okay, sorry. I usually know on the first date, even like before the first date, if I like would actually vibe with the person, whatever the word, if I click with the person. But if I end up clicking with them and I actually want the second date, I would usually probably just ask like, hey, we're gonna meet up again.
You just go with that, take that. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm actually not like opposed to being the person to even ask to go on the first date. Or to be like, okay, hey, when are we going to do this? Or
when you go out with women, are you the more dominant one?
Yeah,
I'm
the more dominant. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like I would like to be the more submissive with men, but sometimes I end up like jumping the gun. And, yeah. Because I usually know what I want.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. All right. What about you?
I would start off by being appreciative of the date, which I always am. But I think just really reinforcing that, like, I had a really lovely time with you. Thank you so much. Would love to do this again. I think that's an important thing because then it signals to him that, like, you're open to meeting up. I also think maybe an act of physical touch, either a kiss or like a light, hand, because that also just confirms to him that you're willing to be a little bit more intimate.
Okay. And though, are you going to initiate that keynote or are you going to have him do it?
I think if it's something like I had such a great time, then that's more initiating. But if it's a kiss, I'd be receptive to it.
Okay.
And then the third thing I would do is if I was still unsure and I really liked him, I would definitely send him a text, which is a little unconventional for me to text men first, because I always like to see, if they have that willingness to lead. But I would send him a text. I would just reinforce that I'd love to see him again.
Okay.
And, or, try to maybe send him like an Instagram DM of some sort.
You mentioned
I agree
touch.
with those tips. Those are good tips.
Yeah, very good tips. You mentioned touch, right? Question for you. What if you had sex with him? Would that be a part of that guarantee?
On a first date?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to the wrong person. What if? I mean, I don't live in that world, but I suppose hypothetically, if I were to, I actually think if I really liked a guy, I wouldn't. Not that I do that in general ever, but I would really want to make sure, if that was my nature, that I didn't, because I think why buy the cow when you're going to get the milk for free?
Okay.
But if I did sleep with him on the first date, I would probably think that was conveying to him that I liked him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Highest.
Very much so.
I agree with that.
What would you do to ensure a second date?
For me, I would definitely be appreciative of the date, let him know, reassure him, and
how would you go about that specifically?
I mean, I would say it. I would say thank you very much. I would text him after the date, let him know I had a good time, and I would continue to engage with him, communicate with him, so he obviously knows.
Okay.
Give him a signal that yes, I'm available.
All right. What about you?
I also agree. Be appreciative. Physical touch would be awesome, and then just kind of like be a good listener.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty forward, and I would just tell him.
Take me out again, motherfucker.
Right. Or start planning something already. Like, if you see something while you're together, start talking about it.
We should do that.
We should go there. We should do that.
I feel like for you give him a blunt. Because you love your weed so much. Hey, you know what? I like you.
That's her love language.
Can we go to the dispensary this time?
Don't get them too high.
All right, so we'll read some of these chats.